Welcome to a Friday Sports Extended version here on the website at NCWLIFE.com. The Mariners have tied Houston atop the American League West after yet another walk-off win in extra innings. The hero this time was rookie Harry Ford, who hit a walk-off RBI sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 12th to hand Seattle a 7-6 win, their 6th straight, and a tie atop the division with the Astros.
Giving Davis a clean look. Down the line, fair ball into the corner. Raley trots home and scores. Rivas, pedal to the metal. He's coming home, and the Mariners strike first. A 2-run second inning already, thanks now to J.P. Crawford. Fly ball, left field, and it short hops the wall. Crawford in, Rosarena right on his heels, and Julio has made this a 4-0 Mariners lead.
Fly ball right center field. This is hit pretty deep. It's Raley back out near the wall. It is gone. Logan Davidson powers out a home run, and the Angels get on the board here in the 3rd. Taylor with a fly ball to right center, deep enough to at least score a run and move the other runner over. Rodriguez makes the catch. Malcana comes home. Ward goes to 3rd. So as far as productive outs, can't get much more productive than that. And Rengifo will drive in a run with that ground ball. Crawford throws him out, but another productive out. After the single and double to start the inning, the Angels move the runners along, and they've made it a 1-run game. 3-2. And Trout drives one, left field, back for to Rosarena. There is home run, number 399 for Mike Trout.
In his 34th in this ballpark.
Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. Trout comes home, and Taylor Ward with his 97th RBI gives the Angels the lead.
Boy, you just got to right back up the middle.
To right field, touches down, base hit. This ball game is tied. J.P. Crawford, ring the bell in the 11th inning.
Runner going from first, and a liner off the glove of Crawford, a base hit.
Good swing there. That's why you want him to swing away and hit a rocket for an RBI single.
Rivero comes home. Matthew Lugo gets a big run batted in.
Infield in now. Line tie game. Wow, that happened fast. Polanco racing to second base. In business in the 12th inning. Jorge Polanco.
Give me a sack, Harry.
What did you ask for? Is it deep enough? Polanco is on his way home. Here it comes. He's safe. Harry Ford. Harry Ford. Welcome to the big leagues. The Mariners are in first place.
Ford was greeted by Root Sports Northwest Jen Mueller after the ball game.
At what point did you head underneath to start getting ready for that at-bat? I tell you what, that's a pretty good way to finish off your night there. And then you get chants from the crowd. Harry, I don't think this gets any better. But at what point did you start preparing for that at-bat, knowing that it might be a possibility for you?
Honestly, I was getting ready to go pinch run. I didn't think I was going to get in the hit, but they told me I was going to get the hit. I was like, let's do it.
Okay, so then what did you have to shift in your mindset, or how many swings did you get in?
I didn't take a swing. I just went up there.
Okay, so you swing at the first pitch you see. Is that what you were hoping for?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fastball, middle, hit the other way. I mean, that's it. That's it. That simple.
The win moves Seattle into a first-place tie as they prepare to face the Angels again tonight at 7:05. This game only available on Apple TV+. Astros were shut out by Toronto by a score of 6-0. Only Washington State and Eastern Washington have college football games this coming weekend. Cougars play at North Texas tomorrow at 12:30. That's on ESPNU. Eagles still look for their first win at Illinois tomorrow at 2 o'clock. That's on ESPN+. Both Washington and Central Washington have byes. Well, the Seahawks face a road test in Week 2 of the NFL season in Pittsburgh. Steelers are 1-0 after an opening win against the Jets, while the Seahawks are 0-1 after falling at home to San Francisco. Sunday's game kicks off at 10 o'clock in the morning on Fox. 49ers have a 10 a.m. kickoff as well at New Orleans on Fox, while the Rams visit Tennessee at 10 on CBS. Arizona home for a 1:05 kickoff against Carolina on CBS. Wenatchee opened defense of its Big Nine volleyball title with a win over Davis last night. The Panthers held off a hard charge by the Pirates in the first set at Wenatchee High School and went on for a sweep. I had the call here on the NCWLIFE channel.
And the Pirates looking to take the lead here on the service by Gasling after the timeout by Wenatchee. Panthers have been kind of in scramble mode for the last several points here. Davis with the set, the kill attempt cross court. As Hull couldn't quite get all that you wanted to on it. And here is a point to Wenatchee. Win 3, you win the match. It'll be Barry on the service. Barry's service, back line, Davis with the return. Here's a set. Hull not quite, again, comfortable with the kill. Wenatchee then has the chance. Davis there for the counter. Another kill attempt off the mark by Cheyenne Hull will fall on the Davis side and give Wenatchee the first set here tonight by a final of 25-23 with the service. Wenatchee back on top here, our second lead change of the contest. Beautiful kill attempt by Hull up front for Davis. Here with a swipe is for Wenatchee, Lunstra, and she'll get the point. Demersion on the service now for Wenatchee. She likes to go right down the line where she serves from. Kill attempt by Hull, return by Wenatchee. Panthers got it back across. Demersion goes back line to it. Falling down was Henderson. She didn't get a clean hit on it. A point away from winning this set, but Davis having everything to say to the opposite. Henderson again with the service, goes back line. There is the Panthers, and oh my, just a matter of luck. Ball hit and blocked and falls in and will be a point to Wenatchee. Student body hollering loudly. And that will be, nope, it's still alive. Davis, I thought, was going to lose it right there. Reverse set, left-handed kill by Nell. Saved by Davis. Henderson pushes it back over. Barry is there. Here's the kill attempt. It was deep. And Davis with the swipe. Now it is Stanley redirecting it. Up front it comes. Here's the kill from the back line. And oh my gosh, what a thunderous hit by Demersion. Glances off of a Pirate and out of bounds. And the Wenatchee Panthers will get the sweep here tonight.
Yeah, I think we definitely stepped up in this game and just kind of got all of our aggression out. It was a really good game to just hit away and just get all of our aggression out. Yeah.
You've seen this team before. That they're pretty good. Were you a little surprised? Did you expect what they gave you tonight? Because it seems that they had a little run. Every time you guys got some separation, they came right back at you.
Yeah, I think we're definitely still figuring out how to keep teams low on runs right now. But yeah, I think they put out a great game, and we just had that built up energy that we had from the Linden game. So
I think the girls did great. I mean, obviously there were some runs late in the game that we let them come back by points, and we were making some errors on our end that we got to clean up. But honestly, for our first home game out, it's our first league match. We're early in the season. We have a whole new team trying to figure out our chemistry, and we're trying to figure out our groove. And I'm just so proud for the girls to pull out those sets that were close and to get the job done and to go 3-0.
Eastmont stumbled on the road at Eisenhower last night, falling 25-17, 15-20. Valley. Moses Lake swept Sunnyside. LaSalle quieted Quincy. Chelan swept Ephrata. Cashmere took down Royal in 3 sets. Tonasket topped Omak 3-1. Liberty Bell swept Cascade 3-0. Reardon beat Lake Roosevelt also 3-0. 48 teams, including Cashmere, Manson, Pateros, Eastmont, and Wenatchee, head for the Sundome Volleyball Festival this weekend. Other action Saturday, Brewster hosts Etiat at noon. Tonasket welcomes Davenport at 2, while Omak travels to Colville at 2:30. Wenatchee, Eastmont, and Moses Lake each earned Big 9 girls soccer wins last night. The Panthers blasted Davis 6-0. Eastmont edged Eisenhower 3-2. Moses Lake got by Sunnyside 3-2. Other action, Quincy blanked Brewster 2-0. Cashmere topped Royal 1-0. Cascade belted Liberty Bell 7-0. Omak edged Chelan 2-1. Bridgeport beat Lake Roosevelt by a final of 3-2. Busy Saturday schedule has Cascade at Omak at 11, while Chelan hosts Bush. Brewster welcomes Lakeside 9 Mile Falls. Davenport visits Tonasket. Liberty Bell hosts Lake Roosevelt, and Pateros is at Manson. A couple of games kick at noon with East Valley at Ephrata, while Quincy hosts Othello. Eastmont visits Ridgeline tomorrow at 1. Wenatchee plays at Meade at 3, while Cashmere faces College Place at Royal. Well, week 2 of the prep football season will actually be week 1 for Eastmont. The Wildcats were supposed to play Bonnie Lake last weekend, but the game was canceled because of smoke. Defensive tackle Tyson Gonzalez and Coach Jay Foster admits it was a big letdown.
It was pretty hard on us. We prepared all week and we were ready to play them, and it just, I was ready to play and just couldn't play at the last second, so it was pretty frustrating. We didn't do anything for the rest of the weekend. I think we just all were upset and just decided to put it in the past.
The kids worked hard all week. You're preparing, you're trying to get ready. You feel good, you've set yourself up, and then you're getting yourself emotionally ready, and then that letdown's kind of a bummer. The kids wanted to play. We wanted to try to go there, and they couldn't make it work. And up and down the valley last week was just a mess. So it is what it is. We move on. We talk to the kids about that. The thing that you lose is that first game experience. And that's something that we'll find out when we line up here against Post Falls.
The Wildcats will play Post Falls tonight on the road to face a team that already has 2 games in the books. Coach Foster says the Bulldogs are a similar team that beat the Wildcats a season ago.
They were a big physical team, and they wanted to pound you. They threw the ball up a couple times. They've got a couple big, long, wide receivers, which they had the same thing last year, and we get the roster exchange and all that good stuff, and so they've got the same thing, and we're not exactly the tallest guys in the secondary, so the things that they do, I expect them to do again. They'll take their shots when they think they got the opportunity, but they're a running team at heart. That guy's an ex-college football coach from Central, and he wants to establish the ground game. He wants to establish a physical presence.
Wenatchee, meanwhile, is flying high after a 23-13 opening week win over Lake City. Coach Taylor Mitchell says Panthers were very adept at changing on the fly to earn the win.
Proud of the way our kids, though, stayed focused through it all. We went to bed Friday night. 7 we told the kids, you're at the high school 7 a.m. We'll make the call. We're either loading up on a bus or you're going to go home, rest up, and we have a 7 p.m. game at home. So proud of the way that the kids responded. Hopping on the bus, it was hot, playing on grass, which we're not accustomed to in our league anymore. It's Eastmont, and that's it. Again, warm conditions, really similar to last year, to be honest with you. Really similar makeup of a Lake City team that we saw a year ago. Big, tall, athletic quarterback, physical football team. But our kids, we won the 4th quarter, putting up 14 points, which made the difference in the game. So super proud of the way that our kids responded all week, and obviously during the game Saturday.
While most of the Panthers are focused on football, two-way senior starter John Gutzwiler says he had his hands full with a pig.
I was at the fair the whole time too, so it was a little nerve-wracking. It was a roller coaster of emotions, but at the end of the day, you just got to put the ball down, play some football. I had a pig at the fair.
Okay. How did that go?
That went really well, actually. I sold it for $10 a pound. So that was Thursday and Friday. Thursday I had a market class show. Friday I had fitting and showing. And then Saturday was the auction. I had to hand it off to another kid so he could sell my pig.
Did you name your pig?
I named him Tim.
Why Tim?
Well, it was a filler spot when I was sending out letters to companies to ask for a buyer. I wrote it down on my phone. I just put in first name I could think of. And then I had a pen, I was writing down my letter, and I just wrote down Tim, and I thought I'd just stick with that.
Wenatchee's on the road tonight to face Mount Si. Coach Mitchell says he's looked long and hard at last year's film.
A year ago, watching the game, we had some first half turnovers. We kind of got down big early. Came back late in the fourth quarter, made it a 2-possession football game, had the ball. We're trying to go down there and make it a 1-possession game. But turnovers early in the game made a difference, I think. And I'll wear some of that as being the head coach, calling the offensive plays, put ourselves in a bad position in the first half. Mount Si is a good football team. They'll be in the playoffs or in contention to make the playoffs this year. Good defense, they're solid up front. I think one of the better linebacker cores that we'll see this year. But I think there's some things with how versatile our depth is at a number of different positions. I think there's things that we can do offensively to move the ball, give ourselves a chance, and then defensively we came away with a couple key turnovers last week. That's going to be the key this week too.
Another Big Nine play tonight. West Valley visits Lakeland. Davis hosts Sandpoint while Sunnyside visits Coeur d'Alene. Tomorrow finds Mount Rainier and Eisenhower at 1. Moses Lake has a 3 o'clock kickoff at North Creek. Well, following last week's big win over Wapato, Cashmere stays on the road tonight in Kiona-Benton. Royal visits College Place. Natchez Valley hosts Zillow, while Luke visits Wapato. Othello plays at Connell. The CWAC schedule features the Battle of the Basin in Quincy, where the Jackrabbits host Ephrata. East Valley visits Grandview. Sela plays at Ellensburg. Prosser hosts Toppenish. Caribou Trail League cascades on the west side at Coupeville tonight. Omak is hosting Meridian. Brewster is visiting Chelan. B schedule finds Manson at Lynn, Ritzville Sprague at 6. The 7 o'clock games have Liberty Bell at Okanagan. Chelan hosts Brewster. Lake Roosevelt rolls to Reardon. Bridgeport hosts Tico Rosalia. St. John Endicott. Lacrosse travels to Soap Lake. Waterville Mansfield hosts Odessa. And Etiette is at DeSales, while Moses Lake Christian is hosting Yakima Tribal. One final note here. The Wenatchee Wild wrap up the preseason of the WHL on the road this weekend with a couple of games. Wenatchee visits Portland tomorrow at 2:30 and then Tri-City Sunday at 2. Regular season set to begin for the Wild a week from tomorrow in Everett. Wenatchee's first home game is the following week, September 27th, also against the Silvertips. That's a look at our Sports Extra here on a Friday on the NCW Life channel. Have a great weekend.